Hello, denizens of the internet. Internet. Oh, this has started badly. I think we can now confidently conclude that not only is the Force not female, but women should be banned from producing, writing, or directing Star Wars entirely. I know that sounds harsh, and that misogyny word, but the evidence is conclusive. Women should not be making Star Wars. And for good measure, you can include the soy boys like Dave Filoni and all the cucked proto-males living off the fumes of the past. Now, I am willing to entertain the argument that this is mostly because of all the gender-delusional, talentless DEI hires and social justice warriors who have taken over Hollywood, who have no clue that the history of cinema extends prior to 2000. It doesn't matter. Of course, there are women out there who could write and produce sci-fi. Just look at the incredible work DC Fontana did for Star Trek. But I'm not seeing any evidence of someone of Fontana's skills being hired either. Just look at the giant turd Michelle Paradise turned Star Trek Discovery into, or Jessica Gao, the She-Hulk debacle. Anyway, for me, the canary in the coal mine is their complete lack of interest in what I call gear porn. As in machinery, gadgets, weaponry, the fact that stuff breaks and needs fixing, makes for good plot points and sci-fi adventures. I've discussed this before in these videos. I'll link them below. Women, sorry for the non-PC terminology, in general are not interested in gear porn. Well, at least the gear part. They don't understand its importance in these kinds of movies and TV shows. There are a few scenes featuring spaceships in the ejaculite flying. Did you see anyone piloting them? No, because they don't care about buttons or switches. They are just floating office lunchrooms. We did see OSHA putting out a fire in the vacuum of space with her PIP fire extinguisher. These women do not care about physics. Are there women physicists and astronomers? Yes, absolutely. But they aren't writing for Star Wars. There is a scene in Ahsoka with Sabine tinkering with stuff, but its only purpose was to show how girl boss she was. Same for when OSHA told Saul that she's doing something with the spaceship something so that it will something do something better. And who authorized her to do that anyway? It's not just the gear porn in the movies women have no interest in. Look at what Cameron and especially Lucas have done to try to advance motion capture, editing technology, improving the movie watching experience. Have you heard of THX? That was Lucas. It's what dudes do. Men are tinkerers. Ray could instantly expert fly the Millennium Falcon without an instruction manual because women refuse to read instruction manuals. We get a fleeting moment of young OSHA watching Kalnaka working on a land speeder. Did she ask why it needed fixing? No, because Leslie Headland didn't care. However, she did care about the poison that would end up killing Torben because women love murder shows and real crime podcasts. My wife loves them. Poisoning a man is exactly what a woman knows other women want to see. Although I am concerned that my wife is planning something. Maybe this collection of male pop culture usurpers should get together and make their own Twilight in space. My daughter wrote a 600-page YA Tolkien-esque fantasy novel for a grade 8 project. The battle sequences were short on descriptions of the fighting, but was replete with detailed descriptions of what the female soldiers were wearing, and that went on for pages. Women think differently, and that's a good thing, except when they are put in charge of IPs created by men. I've made the argument that J.K. Rowling's cross-culture success was due to the fact that she wrote Harry Potter in a masculine voice featuring a male protagonist we really wanted to root for. Harry Potter was filled with highly detailed gear porn, the wands, the spells, the potions. It's a staggering work of imagination and the last big IP created to date, all brought to the big screen by male screenwriters and directors. Oops, did I say that? Do you have any idea how much gear porn Universal sells at their Harry Potter theme park? Star Wars sold more merch than any other franchise in history. That business has been killed off because the new movies and streaming efforts provide nothing of interest to sell. The Rey, Palpatine, Rose Tico, and Vice Admiral Holdo figurines just did not sell very well for some reason. Obi-Wan Kenobi, helmed by Deborah Chow, was laughably bad. It was created by Joby Harold, but we heard rumors that it was crushed by Kathleen Kennedy's pathological meddling, our favorite female Death Star. Let me finish off by saying that there is way more to a successful show or movie than just the gear porn in it, though no one would argue that it wasn't a huge part of Iron Man 1. The problem with the Acolyte, Obi-Wan Kenobi, Ahsoka, Boba Fett go far beyond not having an appreciation for technology and how it should be integrated into productions that purport to be sci-fi in nature. These were badly written shows, all overseen by the utter incompetence of Kathleen Kennedy. One could make the argument that Kennedy and her fixation with turning the Star Wars boy brand into a girl brand has actually ruined things for women in front of and behind the camera. What's the status of that Rey movie directed by activist Sharmeen Obaid-Chinoy? That being said, Jennifer Salke isn't doing Amazon any favors, and Ann Sarnoff had to be bum-rushed out of Warner's. Other than being women, the common thread is their social activism. We all know how well that's going. I'm fairly certain that social activism wasn't on the mind of Marcia Lucas when she edited the first 3 good Star Wars movies. And just to prove to you that I'm not a complete asshat, Zack Snyder's Rebel Moon is worse than The Ejaculate. I look forward to the comments of women in the business who can't get work because of DEI, because you're just not the right kind of woman. Till next time, denizens, be seeing you.